Hello, my name's Anna. Welcome to Hertford Wood. This is one of my absolute favourite times for going for a walk in the woods because there's so many spring flowers starting to come out. Like these. These are some of my real favourites. These are wood anemones. Ah, there he is. Move this stick out of the way. Very tidy there. This is my toy badger. His name's Patrick. I've got a book here about badger. And this badger, well, he likes to be really tidy. So this book is called Tidy, and it's by Emily Gravett. Deep in the forest lived a badger called Pete, who tidied and cleaned and kept everything neat. He tidied the flowers by checking each patch and snipping off any that didn't quite match. He tidied the fox by grooming his fur, and he untangled each knot and each twig and each burr. He tidied the birds from the big to the small by brushing their beaks and bathing them all. He picked up stray sticks and he swept and rubbed, he polished the rocks and he scoured and he scrubbed. So when a leaf fell, well, Pete tidied up. But he still wasn't happy. Now the trees looked bare and scrappy. And so to make it all look neat, Pete undertook a mighty feat. He dug up every single tree. But then it rained and there was a flood. And afterwards, an awful lot of mud. Pete called in the diggers, he called in the mixers, called in the concrete, the rakers, the fixers. No mud, no leaves, no mess, no trees. Perfectly tidy, perfectly neat. This forest is practically perfect, said Pete. I'm hungry, he thought. I deserve a treat. So he hunted around for something to eat. But the beetles and worms that he usually found were under the concrete, deep in the ground. So Pete decided to go home instead. If he couldn't have dinner, he'd go straight to bed. But when he arrived and took out his key, there wasn't a door where the door used to be. Later that night, Pete tossed and turned. His belly was empty, it rumbled and churned. As he lay in his mixer, wide awake, he started to think, I've made a mistake. So, the very next morning, when it got light, he set about trying to put everything right. And then the animals came, from strong to the weak, and they lent him a paw, or a claw, or a beak. They put everything back as it had always been, but maybe less ordered and not quite as clean. And Pete, well, he promised to tidy up less. But if he succeeded, it's anyone's guess. Well, I hope you enjoyed that story. I'm just going to take Patrick, my badger, to go and join his friends. Bye.